Hello, Pisces. It's umomgtarot, and this is your someone secretly in love with you tarot card reading. So let's have a look using the astrology reading cards, and then we'll get into a spread and see what is going on. Maybe we'll find out why they would keep it a secret, because hey, out with it. Alright, if you'd like your own personal reading, please check out the description. Woo. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop. And Pisces, here is your first card. Who is secretly in love with you? We have Leo energy. So this person has an ego. No wonder they probably wouldn't let the cat out of the bag so soon. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. I like it. I like it. You have pride, but you're fun. You're exciting. You know, you're thrilling. You could yell sometimes. Sometimes you yell. You're a little bit of a hothead. But sometimes you cry. Well, not cry in public. Like, you feel like a victim sometimes. And it's like, please don't position me to be the aggressor and you the victim, because we can't do that. Let's just keep it moving. Let's just celebrate your birthday for a month and keep it pressing. Leo. Yeah, over dramatic you. Now we have Sagittarius energy, and this energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Extra fire for you, and a little bit more self-confidence with Sagittarius. And of course, you're gonna feel the self-confidence because this person's usually pretty tall. I know Leos can be super short, but sometimes they're super tall, and there's no in between. But Sagittarius energy, they're giving you thighs, they're giving you baby face, they're giving you long legs, daddy long legs, and then they have that luck energy to them. Thick thighs, maybe not the longest thighs, but thick thighs, and women hips. And why am I doing that to them? But yeah, no, Leo, Sagittarius, very fiery energy, kind of a passionate person, but somewhat easygoing. Your last card is Scorpio, and this energy is intense, masterful, thoughtful, and magnetically charming, but also secretive and possessive. So now what I feel like what we are looking at here is somebody who's a little bit of like a, you know, a thrill chaser. Like Leo is, you know, since they're not living in their ego, they like beauty, they like art, they like people who are funny or quirky, people who have a special dreamy look to them, or they like something proprietary, you know, in the mix. And then Sagittarius, they like all things that are attractive, and Scorpio too, very sexual. Now there's a lot of fire here, so we think passion, and when we think passion and sexual, we think lust, we think, you know, will they, won't they, we think thrills, we think spontaneity. And Scorpio opens up the floor for more fire because it's associated with the planet Mars. And Mars is all about that aggressive side of things. So let's have a look and see what in the hey this person is in love with. Because, hey, even though they're secretly in love with you, I feel like the passion's burning hot. And I don't understand why it would be a secret other than that Scorpio energy, which could be very secretive. Could be very secretive just because they feel things so deeply. They might be hesitant to, you know, let you know, verbalize what they're feeling on the inside. But again, they could be also very hot-blooded because they could be jealous. There's room for jealousy in these three. So let's have a look with the tarot, the tattoo tarot. Secretly in love with you, this person is giving us more Sagittarius energy. And this person is also connected to you from the past because the Temperance card is about reconciliation and is about healing. So this person cares about you, loves you, may have dropped the ball with you, looking for reconciliation, looking to repair the relationship, looking to heal whatever damage they've caused or whatever falling out you've had together. There's two Sagittarius energy. They're very easygoing, very very much seeking peace and harmony. So then we have, who's this? We have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, I feel like some of you may intuitively have felt this coming. Nine of Cups is that spiritual validation that one gets to the point that they kind of get cocky, and it feels like this person is almost like, what, predestined. I know with Scorpio we're talking about karmic partners, so this may feel, there may have been rumblings, maybe in your dream life, you know, maybe in just your vibe, where like, I can sense it. Yeah, you'll be back. yeah, you'll be back. Because there's some ego attached to this, right? And then there's easygoing energy where it's like, oh yeah, you're easy forgive. You know, maybe it wasn't that deep what the problems were. Maybe the loyalty is what's underlying and what is proven through this situation. But the Nine of Cups does speak to some sort of spiritual validation. So some of you guys know what the Temperance card entails, the healing and the reconciliation entails with this card. Now we have, who's that? Three of Wands. Okay, now we exploring what's out here. Now we're running through the past, running through the future, and we're trying to make a decision. I feel like this is about going forward. This is about going on a journey that is not necessarily known, but just for the thrill, just for the adventure. It's very Sagittarius-like with the Three of Wands. It's about movement. It's about, you know, adding a certain component. It's like adding a little bit more information to a situation and changing your journey up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's get those shoes with the wheels on the bottom. Not rollerblades, but those ones that little kids zoom around in. Be like, let's just get to our destination 39 seconds faster with these things. Let's change things. Three of Wands. Yeah, the shoes. Three of Wands. Anyways, then we have the Death card. And the Death card is the marking of, or the signal of the end. And that whether or not you execute what the end is or pulling the plug on something, I feel like this card is just a warning of something that is meant to be at the end point. Now, the Death card is associated with Scorpio. And Scorpio rules the underworld, like that whole Hades, Greek mythology stuff, the underworld, the afterlife, obsession. So I feel like there's some unhealthy, I guess a skeleton is rather unhealthy, right? It's like, well, that was weird. Skeleton's rather unhealthy, has no flesh left. But this, again, death is a matter of perspective. So it's a way of thinking of someone. We see healing and reconciliation here, your first major arcana. Then we see the Death card, and I go, okay, well, you want to heal, and then you want to what? Put the kibosh on the whole situation and the conversation and the dynamic and the relationship. What's going on here? Because I feel like there's that spiritual validation. And for some of you, that's moving on, moving forward, and getting a clear signal that, you know what? I'm done. I am done. Because that Three of Wands, it shows that there's a threshold that's being crossed. Being like, you know what? That was strike 3. In reality, 300, strike 300, but that's the one that, you know what? I realize I don't care. And I probably stopped caring a few strikes back, but this one, I'm like, you know what? I didn't even react when you told me you did whatever the heck you did this time. You know, I feel like there's a clear signal of the end. So it might even be like just the ending of us not having boundaries anymore. The ending of you thinking our dynamic would just return to what it was. Well, this is a new dynamic. This is a new vibe. It's the end of that old vibe. But either way, something's like there's gonna be a realization, whether it's painful or relief filled, that this is the end of something between us. Not necessarily the relationship, but I mean it could be, but not necessarily the relationship. More like, I think it's more of a signal and a validation of something that you knew already needed to end. Like, I need to put a stop to the way you talk to me. I need to put a stop to you yelling at me in public. Okay? You can't slap me on the butt anymore. Like, you leave bruises. It's too hard. You squeeze and you ignore my clenching. Okay? And I don't like when you use the mall radio, the overhead PA system, and play pranks on me and all this. Make me feel embarrassed. I don't know. Solidifying boundaries could be one thing, one component of that Death card. Like, but something needs to come to a stop. You need to bring it to a close, and I feel like you guys would know individually what that is for. The Three of Coins. Oh, what do we need to bring to a stop now? I feel like this is becoming a little bit clearer. Okay, it's coming a little bit clearer now, isn't it? The Temperance card, healing, reconciliation. We have a 3, and then another 3 sandwiching the Death card. Now it's kind of like making me think, okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and say third-party situations, but if there is a little bit of jealousy, there's a little bit of passion, we don't need a bunch of interruptions. We don't need a bunch of like random potential issues. Now, I feel like the end could even indicate the end of third party situation, end of the people that you're working with because they were part of the betrayal, end of the place that you were about to go because you're supposed to invest in me, or like it's just like a thwarting of either some action, and we're being around or communicating with some people, being in the mix with some people. So there might be, like, with this reconciliation, healing, and repair, not ultimatum, but like spiritual validation that this is the right thing, that this is what I want, or maybe these are my boundaries, or I'm out of here, or this is the end. But the threes are giving us that vibe, right? You're getting suspicious too, right? With the threes, it's like, okay, well, what's that factor? What's that component that needs to not be a component of the situation? Let's say this person's like, oh, I'm sorry I cheated on you. Let's talk. Let's get back to, let's get it going. And then you're like, okay, well, you look and they still are friends with that person that they cheated with. It's like, okay, then don't start. Then let's not. That's an indication of you keep it pressing. Okay? You don't even need to know that I know about more lies or what's important to Scorpio is non-betrayals, loyalty. And so I feel like these 2 threes sacrificing it, I feel like they're indicators of the end. But I feel like if you want to be clear about that, then we don't have to do any of this testing. But it has to be like crystal clear that it's the end for me on my accord. If you don't, like, if you still kind of associate with the things that created this rift between us, or whatever obstacle it was that, again, resulted in me knowing that you'll be back, or, you know, me having that spiritual validation and your desire for healing, me knowing, or maybe the desire for healing with you is that validation that you were right. You know, when somebody comes crawling back and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this. You know, if they do that and you're like, yeah, that's right. It's like that. But I feel like maybe this person's like, sorry, but it's not like I haven't changed. I'm just sorry, you know, for all the foolishness I pumped into your life. But I haven't changed though. But I am sorry. I do it again. But I am sorry. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to play these games. If this person is in your life and that person, then I'm not playing these games. I'm not playing with you. Or like, you know what? This person, it doesn't even have to be a person. It could be things. Like, did you get rid of the car? I told you that car was cursed. You know, or I don't know. Whatever it is. Something's got to go. Something's got to go. All right, so there it is. That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment. And if you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.